Hey there, it's Angeline here, and I'd like to welcome the Cultivators. Today we are going to be talking about weight loss. So this is going to be another one in our weight loss series of how I lost 100 pounds in 6 months. It was 6.5 months. So today we're going to be talking about tea and how I use a zero-calorie drink from things that I've grown in the garden to be healthier and lose weight and cut calories. We'll have a whole nother video on calorie counting and those details at another time. But right now, we are just going to be talking about tea and how it's helped. So if you want more information, please remember to like, subscribe, comment, share if you care. And you can join the cultivators at patreon.com/Angeline Verdant, Berdant. Also, for any of anything I talk about, the links are in the description below. So don't forget to go in there and check that out. So today is a good day to be healthy and garden. Let's get started. Today we're going to be talking about teas. I'm actually drinking some right now, and if you've been following along, the teas that I have, I drink the most of, or the plants I've been growing the most of, is the hibiscus rosella, which the video probably went up earlier today. Some mint, stevia, and lemon balm. So those are the main herbs that I use for the teas that I drink from my garden. And those herbs can be planted both inside and outside. So I have some of them growing in our hydroponic area. I have some of them growing in our green stock, and then I have some growing on the windowsill. I have lemon balm growing on the windowsill in the citrus corner, as well as just for nice decoration in other parts of my home. So you can have different plants growing, and they all have different benefits when it comes to being healthy and losing weight. So we have the hibiscus, which is a deep red flower. I'm just going to read a little bit about it, but you guys have seen it tons of times on the video. It's a deep red flower. It is a natural metabolism booster. It helps your body process fats, carbohydrates efficiently, and supports liver health, which plays a big role in how your body handles energy. It tastes really great. It's very refreshing. And grow hibiscus, you would just want a sunny location. Again, if you can use your AV, you can go to AV Gardening and use the USDA link to find out what your hardiness zone is and to find out which type of hibiscus is good for you. I use Rosella. That's the one that we use to make sorrel tea. And if you are unable to grow that because you're in a zone where it doesn't grow, you can grow it outside in the warm weather and then bring it inside, or you could just grow it inside the whole time. But it is a plant that does require high sun. So try to use that compass and find that south facing room and grow your rosella inside. And that's the hibiscus. What I do is I have like a little tea bag holder that I put the flower in, and I also put some stevia in for sugar. She's watching TV. She loves the tea though. So when I'm drinking it, she comes and drinks it too. But the show she's watching over there, it's very exciting for her. So I add the hibiscus into the reusable tea bag. It's not really a bag, it's like a metal container. And I put the tea in there, the flower in there, as well as a stevia leaf for sweetness. Stevia is very sweet. It tastes really great. It's 0 calories, but it adds a lot of flavor. You can use it dry. I have a whole video on growing, seeding, and planting stevia. But you can use it dry or you can use it fresh. I use it fresh. I just cut a leaf off, put it in the tea section with the hibiscus, and I let it steep. So the stevia is also a natural sweetener that has flavors without calories. So anywhere you can cut back on those calories, it's great for your health. And of course, you're getting in that hydration and water that is much needed, especially when you're on your own personal journey. So a little bit about stevia. It helps reduce sugar intake, so it's a good sugar substitute. I guess if I was using it for other items, I probably would dry it out, because you can dry it and use it like you use regular sugar. Of course, get used to the taste. It tastes just like sugar, but I mean, how much to use. So if you're using a recipe, it's a little sweeter than sugar. So the recipe calls for 1 cup of sugar. Don't put 1 cup of stevia. It's going to be extremely sweet. So you want to try out the taste and see what better works for you when it comes to how sweet you want your tea or whatever you're making, your pie, your fruit snacks, or whatever you're making to be. Again, stevia grows in medium temperature weather. So it doesn't grow in weather that's too hot. So in the summer here, my stevia went to seed very quickly because it was very, very hot. I'm in zone 8A. So look at your zone. And again, if it is getting too hot, you can keep your stevia inside. So the stevia I had inside grew fine, and it did very well. So growing stevia, growing hibiscus. I also grow mint to make tea with. My mom drinks the mint tea. So mint is refreshing, it's cooling. You can also mix these up together too. Also with the lemon balm as well. That's another one that has a nice lemony flavor. So you can mix them all in together and create a nice tea flavor, or you can drink them individually by themselves. So on average, when I've been like looking around, and when I did do a lot of calorie counting, I noticed that drinks had up over 100 calories on average. And if it did have a lower calorie, it was like you can only drink half or a small amount. So with these teas, you get as much flavor, as much sweetness. You can drink as much as you want, so you can be as hydrated as you need to be and have really good taste and flavor with almost no calories. So that's the reason why I did a lot of tea drinking, and it helped me very well. And of course, this was during the warmer months. I did part of the 6 months were in the fall. I'm not in the fall, in the spring, in the early winter, but the last few months were in the summer. So what I do, if it's a warm day and I don't want to drink hot tea, I let the tea bag seep. I let the tea leaves seep in the hot water, and then put some ice cubes in to cool it down. And then you have a nice sweet tea, a light tea, more of a juice flavor. So it's nice and cool for the hot days as well. So you don't always, if you're not into drinking hot tea, or you don't want to drink hot tea that day or that minute, you can always add ice to it after you let it seep for a little while to then cool it down. But the reason why you want to let it seep in boiling water is to get the flavor out of the leaves, out of the stevia. You want to get that flavor out into your water. So that's what I do where it comes to drinking tea. So remember, when you're gardening, it takes patience and care, especially with being, especially when you're going on a journey. It is a journey. If everything doesn't go smoothly, there are tons of ways to do it. As you saw with my stevia plant, the stevia is growing hydroponically. Grew outside. Now it's growing inside. It's growing inside hydroponically. So if one way doesn't work for you or your environment, you can always try a different way to grow the same plant, even the same seeds of type of plants. For more information, you can go to AV Gardening. I have plenty of blog posts on growing plants and growing stevia per se. So if you want to, you can go there. Thank you very much for joining me. Today it's been Angeline and the team, as you heard in the background. And remember to stay green always, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.